This one's not like the other ones. The EH Holden Special Sedan. Let's take a close look at this model, check out what's in the magazine, and see how it ranks against some other EH models, including one with opening parts and a beautiful limited edition race version. The first three releases in the Australian Cars collection were of high-performance Australian muscle cars. Issue 4 is not really like that. The iconic EH Holden was not really destined to be a Bathurst winner, though it did introduce the more powerful Holden red engine. This XO version appears to be in saltbush green with the roof and wheels in white, or is that Fowler's ivory? At first glance, it's a great looking model, but a closer inspection reveals debris and markings on the paint. Most of these polished off with a cloth to give a nice, smooth, glossy finish, but my version does have a few quality control issues, such as this blemish on the door, a chunk out of the rim, and a bubble of paint on the mudguard. The chrome trim and emblems on the body are all done with silver paint. This one's got a Victorian rego plate. Personally, I'd prefer it if it was just a blank plate, or maybe something that reflects the car, like what Classic Collectibles did on their 1/18th EHs. Bumper bars and hubcaps are plated parts. The distinctive grille is also plated, but then a wash has been applied, which gives a more realistic effect. This is also true of the vents at the base of the windscreen. Like the previous models in the series, the windscreen wipers are separate pieces. Clear plastic lenses are used in the head and tail lights, but the front indicators are just silver paintouts. There's quite a bit of interior detail going on in there, and the distinctive EH dashboard layout and shape, plus the bench seat, are clearly visible. Scale-wise, I found conflicting measurements around the real car, but overall dimensions of the model I don't think are too far off. Other than the wheel size, the model's got bigger wheels than it should, and I'm finding that's not such an uncommon thing. And don't forget, you can get your own copy of this scale converter spreadsheet. Just go and check the description below. The magazine for this one's bigger than previous issues. It's now up to 32 pages. Lots of interesting information about the EH, and this old girl looks like it's got all the frills added, wheel spats, sun visors and so on. There were around 257,000 EHs sold, which means it was very popular, especially when you consider there were just over 11 million people living in the country at the time. Almost 14,000 EHs were exported, and the base red engine was used for the next 22 years. There's lots to read from old Wheels magazines, road test results, comparing the different transmissions, how to service and adjust the brakes, which many considered to be the car's main weakness, the S4 performance version, more road tests, in this case the wagon, the 179 manual and specifications, and the XY GT Falcon for issue 5. Overall, at $25 a pop, I reckon it's another decent value model from XO. When compared to Traxx's original release of their EH, it's way ahead. This is a rally version, but you can see the quality is just not there. There's less parts, basic toy interior, horrible front end, painted taillights and wipers. Things have come a long way. Then there's this one, also from Traxx. It's the first model in their premium Opal series, released in 2005 for around $60, which is roughly $90 to $100 in 2024 money. It has opening doors, bonnet and boot, and the door handles and even the side trim are additional parts. It has fantastic paint and interior detail, a full engine and underbody, and looks great when displayed with everything open. But like other models in this scale, when it's all shut up, the opening parts don't really work. Well, mechanically they work, but from a visual perspective, it never really works properly, in my opinion. If you are shopping around for an EH, there are lots of options. It's been done by well over half a dozen different manufacturers across a bunch of scales, including sedans, vans, wagons and utes. Just don't go paying silly money for this $25 XO version. Now, I do have another 43rd scale EH in my collection, this beautiful resin piece by Ace Model Cars, Ron Harrop's EH Holden Sport Sedan from the mid-1970s. You can learn more about that in this video.